up, y'all? It's KingBritneyChanel, and I'm back with another video. So Tekashi was, celebratory, but it appears that he had to do the dash, honey, because somebody done put out his address, honey. We're gonna talk about it. Before we get started, definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I drop a video, and I hope y'all enjoy my commentary on this.
I already know it's your girl, Britney Chanel.
Hey honeys, this video is powered by KingBritneyChanel Couture and it's available on teespring.com. Definitely make sure you check the link in the description and my Teespring shelf for more information. Let's get into the topic. Y'all, I mean, they don't want Tekashi, honey, to be great, honey. The atmosphere is mad that he, honey, has did that 2 milli on Instagram. He done crashed the Instagram and the YouTube. And now, honey, he done had to do the dash, honey. He done had to relocate because somebody that was fanning out done put this man, on beam about where he lived at. So he had to relocate. Let's talk about it, y'all. I am on TMZ.com if y'all have not seen this article. It was posted 1:40 p.m. Pacific time. And basically it says, exclusive, Tekashi 6ix9ine is Scramsville relocated after they done put that Addy on beam. Now, basically, Tekashi's counsel, Lance, y'all know Lance L, told TMZ that, Tekashi has been relocated in light of his Addy being leaked for security purposes, obviously. They were told that the FEDs were made aware of the move, so it's not like they went rogue. In any case, though, he's out of there. But this is why I don't like neighbors, y'all. And I don't like neighbors because people are so looky-loo. They're so nosy. And this is exactly what happened. Like a girl, she was excited that, 6ix9ine was living next door. She did a video where she's looking outside of her window in that little patio porch that he was posing on. I guess she's seeing some rainbow colors and she was like, oh my gosh, Tekashi moved next door. Like, oh my gosh, And I was like, OMG. Girl, why would you put this man location on beam like that to where she done probably told her people. They done told some people and they all trying to ride past, honey, this dude's house like that. I was like, OMG. Now, see, if I was him, I wouldn't even have been outside on that patio because people are nosy. You got to have cameras. Honey, you put your Ring camera up. I put the link to the community post for it so that y'all can watch y'all property and watch them packages if y'all getting Amazon packages and all of that. But it's a shame you can't even be in your own personal space and she all through her. This is why you got to have blinds up also. Put some blinds up in your house so your neighbors ain't all through their window. She was looking out her window to his patio area. And this is why when I buy, houses and stuff like that, I always try to make sure that the neighbors don't have a looky-loo entrance into my property. Like, that is just the worst, where people unnecessarily is in your business, or you could roll out of your yard into their yard like that. And that's exactly what happened. Like, her honey had her window open and on her live and showing that was the patio that he was posted on. I got the picture in the video where he's posing with the money on his patio. And honey, he should have stayed inside. And this is my thing, even if she is like, a fan and supporter of 6ix9ine, she knows that people at this time are looking for this dude. They're not happy that he has told and all this other stuff and that he's up and he's winning at that, because a lot of people, like I said, they have never in their whole career amounted to what, 6ix9ine has amounted to. You feel me? Like, and a lot of people, they get up under my videos talking about, oh, you be caping for him, but you don't, have, you don't look at K the same way, because him and K is two different situations, boo. Young man that was, a youth when situations happened with him, and he did not have a whole repeated history like K of claims and all kind of stuff. Like, it's a difference between when somebody has the same claims over and over and over again, versus him who you know, when you young, you do slow stuff sometimes. It just happens sometimes. You know, your brain ain't fully developed. You do some stuff that's off sometimes, okay? And people try to act like they ain't never been there before in a youth type of state. You got like this older generation, some of them, because not all of them. Some people are supportive and they doing stuff that elders are supposed to do. But you got this older generation looking their nose down at this generation as if they're not the ones who have raised the generation that is today. Okay? We don't have our great grandparents and folks to blame because they're not the ones that was here to raise the youth today. So, you know, they had time for these older men to be taking this dude money, this young man's money at 24. They was taking his money, putting plans on his mama and him, and they was there for it. They thought that was acceptable because they got plenty of time to call 6ix9ine out about what he was doing. So you're just supposed to just advocate for somebody trying to put plans on you and to take money from you and to just oppress you, but you're not supposed to say anything about that. You're just supposed to let that happen. Yeah, right. Anyway, so it says it's quite the predicament. Technically, 6ix9ine isn't, you know, he's not in any issue about, you know, him being on that monitor bracelet situation by being out on the balcony. So that wasn't an issue for him because, you know, you got to stay in the parameters of your property, honey, when you being monitored. And it says it's the neighbors around him that put him on beam. And honestly, I feel like it should be some I would say a suit against her because that was personal. You don't put nobody's personal like addy out. Like even putting your own, if you was okay with putting your own self on beam, she should not have made it, you know, made it known that was where his residence was located, even if, you know, she did know. You feel what I'm saying? Because that wasn't her place to do so. And she put herself, you know, her I feel like her personal safety at you know, with an area of concern, and also his. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people on the internet don't need to know all of your personal business. Some of these people are off, they're weird, they don't need to know your personal business. And people started that looky-loo mess, and it reminded me of the OJ situation, honey, when they was just riding past OJ crib and all of the rest of that stuff. People do that looky-loo type of activity. It's so weird. These people are regular people, and I feel like when people, they start that fan worshiping and stuff, and he got a serious following, so he definitely, I'm glad they moved him. Now it says, that said, he should know better than to just be outside like that in the open. It's not just prudent. But why can't you be outside on your patio? I feel like it's the type of house also. Like, it should have been, I mean, if he goes and gets a house like big, you know, just big and obnoxious, that's gonna be a giveaway. And it's gonna reminds me of the whole Pop S situation that happened out in Cali. He was all big and extravagant, and that's like putting a beacon up, like, hey, I'm here, come and find me type of thing. If you in a big estate type of house, that's not, if you do have one of them big estate type of houses, you need to have like the security booth where it's like, you know, you could just back yourself on out. Like, nobody from the public is allowed in that unless they're a resident of that, you know, that type of thing. So I feel like maybe next time, gated, a lot of space in between the neighbors and stuff like that, because her house was way too close to his house. You feel me? That she was able to see right on that balcony to put him on beam. And also, I don't blame him for, you know, wanting to enjoy his patio. We all on stay at home type of time. You know, certain places are slowly but surely opening up, and you know, people want to enjoy their patio. Like, the dude been in the lockup for 2 years. You want to get some sunlight yourself. Get some vitamin D popping. It's her fault for putting it on beam. I just think that was just so reckless on her part. I just really feel like that. Like, I mean, common sense, you're not going to tell the world. You shouldn't even be telling strangers where you live at. And then knowing that people are like, okay, well, let me find out where this young lady live at so I can find out where he lives at. It's common sense. Like, parents teach you this when you're young. Don't let nobody know where you live, unless it's an authority type of figure like La Policia. But this is what they do, honey. This foolishness, this fanning out and all of this stuff. And it says, here you go, Tekashi's got a huge problem. Someone across the way took a pic of, him on the balcony and not only posted it, but posted the address as well. It's apparent the neighbor knew Tekashi was staying there, presumably because he's either been out on the balcony before or has been out and about. He's not in the whole he's not in protection, okay? He's not in no program like that. But he'd be smart if he started acting like he is, which is exactly what he isn't doing by showing off his new digs. But I don't see him really he wasn't really showing anything off. All he did was he took a picture on a balcony. It was the person that decided to invade, I feel like, his personal space, honestly. Because if you're you, obviously he's a celebrity, so people are going to be looky-loo and that type of stuff. So I feel like maybe the house choice was the wrong type of house choice. But then again, if he were to have went and got a super extravagant type of house, that would have been a beacon, like, oh, come and find me, like that Pop S situation out in Cali that happened. You feel me? So a lot of people, they look at those, very rich listings and be trying to get the addies on those too. They use certain things to try to find out where those houses are. So it's kind of like, put the responsibility on people. People don't have the right, whether you a celeb or not, to put your business out on Front Street. And that was wrong of her for doing that. Okay, even though you was like, oh man, like I would have been like, yo, that's so lit that such and such is there. You feel me? Because in the area that, a lot of YouTubers and different people live in certain places, you see, like, for example, I go to the grocery store and I see celebs and people all the time. I'm not sitting there looky-loo trying to zoom my camera in and all kind of stuff like that. Those are people. Those are, people, I'm not into the whole, like I say, I don't do the worshiping of other people. Some people, you can admire what they do, but you should never become a fanatic about a person, because then you have made that person an idol, and then it's just, you have situations like this. It's nice if you see a person out, maybe if you want asked to take a picture, if they, if they're like in the mood for that, cool. I don't even ask that. But I'm saying, like, this is the least that you should be doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is low key what you should be doing. Not taking no pictures and being looky-loo and then putting the person's address online. That's crazy to me. People need to be doing the minimum. The less is more. Say less. Now it says that the rainbow hair rapper has a new pick up on IG, and there's a lot happening here, including a potential roadmap to his whereabouts while he's, while he's being, he got that bracelet on and trying to lay low from, y'all know, affiliated members who are almost certainly out to get him. And it says that 6ix9ine isn't helping his own cause by posting like this. Why can't he live his life though? I'm just saying, like, people just really do too much. Why can't he live his life? You feel me? Like, your life doesn't have to stop because other people are negative people. You feel what I'm saying? What did he do that his life needs to stop? And then people is just, they're out here so hypocritical, and they endorse these other rappers that's doing way more, and these other entertainers, honey, that they doing way more than 6ix9ine was doing. Honey, they selling out the people, literally, and all kind of stuff. But they don't have the same energy for those type of people. But this young man with this rainbow hair, see, they was bothered by him from the beginning. This is why I'm saying this. Dude wasn't bothering nobody in the beginning. He just was rainbow hair, and they just was mad at that. Who is this with this rainbow hair running around? Old men. Just pressed for no reason. He's on the internet minding his business, and they like, oh, where he at? I need to find him, and who he think he is. Old men who careers in the rap game was a wash. They never would amount to this, where Tekashi is today. And that's the main people that are mad about this. These same men, they have this huge standard for what Tekashi should have did and why he did this, but they support people who link with other, I would say the ops and other types of people that are not in support of, I'ma say, the original community. Honey, they always on the internet acting fake woke, like, these fake advocate activists, type on some type of time, acting like they for the people and talking about, oh, I'm a hold out on this, and acting like they speak for the people. Meanwhile, they're not in the trenches with the everyday people. They haven't been in that neighborhood, haven't gave back to that neighborhood that they always running their mouth about. They don't live nowhere near these people. They constantly telling these people to go in this direction, knowing that's to their demise. But these are the people that these people, I would say, ignorantly support. And I don't have to say no names. You could just start thinking of people in your mind, the stuff that they've been doing. You feel what I'm saying? They know for a long time certain stuff was for, I would say, the fall of certain communities and just people in general. But they told you, oh yeah, support this, support that. But people got all this energy for Tekashi for just saying, I'm not being loyal to somebody that was plotting on me, that was stealing from me, that was messing with my baby mama or whoever the girl was to him. I'm not doing that. But they holding him to the letter of the law. This is how hypocritical people are. Always trying to hold somebody to a standard they don't even follow. And then talking about what people deserve and talking about, oh, this is this person, this, and all the rest of this stuff or whatever. They always talking about, I would say, what these people like to say, karma, whatever. Like, everybody don't subscribe to that. And furthermore, I just feel like it's just maddening. It really is. It's like, if a lot of us got what we deserve, honey, a lot of us would be not on this earth, I tell you. But for, thank the Most High, Yahweh, for his mercy. You feel what I'm saying? I would say that because ain't nobody up here good but the Father. That's just real talk. So that's how I feel about that. I don't feel like he should have to just be always, he can't live his life. Like, that's not cool that the person put him on beam like that. So basically, it says you could kind of see where, 6ix9ine is hiding out right now. And while he doesn't show off the full exterior, there's more than enough here for digital snoops to get an idea of where he's at. Obviously, not something he probably wants, as they call him a notorious snitch. It says, now, we won't speculate as to where he is or what the setting looks like to us. Not trying to dime the guy out, but we will say if we can take a wild guess, others can too. So they basically finished up with, be smart, kid, for your sake and for the sake of others, which, he do need to move a little smarter. Yeah, but like I was saying, y'all, like, I feel like maybe get a house that's a little bit more low-key where the neighbors is not super up on you, privacy bush, privacy fence type of time, because people be nosy. And also, let me just, let the record reflect that I'm not saying that I approve of every little thing that Tekashi 6ix9ine has done, because, of course, I don't feel like he should have gotten himself affiliated with those type of people, because when you hang with those type of, I would say, low-hanging fruit, or people that's into that type of street life, this is the result that you get. And by the grace of the Most High, he was able to be given a second chance being a young man at the age of 24. But I will say, I feel like just hearing people commentary and different stuff that, looking at everything and just taking in a lot of information from like the media and stuff like that, I feel like people are just real, like I said, hypocritical. Like, there are entertainers, people doing all types of manners of, I would say, wickedness, and you just don't hear about it. But then trying to hold this dude to the letter of the law for simply just, I would say, number one, protecting himself, his mom, and not allowing people to, like I said, steal from him, to plot on him and the rest of this stuff. And yeah, like, he's young, he's doing goofy stuff that young people do, where they troll and all that other stuff. But people, you know, when 50 Cent do it, they have time, they love it, they support it. When 50 Cent was going back and forth with Ja Rule, it was a lot of situations where the pause and different stuff was going on, all kind of levels of people putting their hands on, you know, putting a pause on each other and stuff like that. So a lot of people just was upset, and it was a lot of jealousy against this young man, because he had rainbow hair and that he was a youth doing what they were not able to do in their whole careers. What reason was Jim Jones on his phone talking about get at his security and y'all gotta let Shotty deal with it and Shotty on a dude that's 20, like in his 20s? Like, it just, people need to stop the foolishness. Grown men at their ages should have never been on that type of time they was on. They should have been doing stuff that men that's middle age is supposed to do, which is to be there for themselves, their families, their communities, and build and uplift the community. Not be in the street acting like they 18, from 17 to 18, doing all manners of foolishness, and then saying, oh, this person wasn't loyal at the end of the day. No, when you do stupid stuff, you win a stupid prize, and that's what went on with this whole situation. Like, these weren't honorable people that we were talking about here. These was people that made foolish decisions. By being in the street, you could have did anything constructive. You could have went to school. You could have had started a business as an entrepreneur. But they made choices. And in the game, when you make choices, you got to live with the consequences. But just to be clear, like I said, I don't agree with everything 6ix9ine do. But I do recognize when people sit back in the cut and they hate on the youth. It is what it is. Because whether he did something or not, he just was a lot of time running his mouth. You could say whatever you want to say and you could feel how you want to feel, but people don't have the right to try to, take it to the next level where they trying to plot on you and the rest of this stuff and trying to send you on to the glory. No. For you wearing rainbow hair and rapping and running around like how the youth does, no. And these was grown people doing this foolishness. No. And instead of them being like, okay, we could take this, this whole rap industry business stuff to the next level, let's get this bag, they decided, being so, I would say, foolish, let's get rid of the bag situation. You feel what I'm saying? Let's mess up us getting money and prosperity. But that's typically what low level thinking, low frequency people do. But anyway, it's KingBritneyChanel. You already know. What are y'all's thoughts about Tekashi Addy being put on, front display by a fan that was, fanning out? Leave your thoughts on this in the comment section below. And I will see you all soon on the next video. Thanks so much for listening. See you soon. Hey honeys, thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring, KingBritneyChanel Couture, where you can find my latest merch. I upload a lot of new designs frequently, so definitely make sure you check it out. We have mugs, we have wall tapestries, canvas art, pillows, fleece blankets, apparel, and so much more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next video.